Boo, you're 21. You're not a freaking star. Like, get it together. I'm Brooklyn Decker, and this is my high-powered fail. Okay, so I started my career as a model, and I never loved it. So I started studying acting. I got a really great first movie. And then I got another really great movie. And then I got another really great movie. So I had these 3 films basically in a matter of a year. I had an incredible experience shooting all 3 of these films. Like, loved it, loved who I worked with, loved the roles. It just was so much fun. And it's such a hard world to break into, right? So the second you're in, you feel like, I'm part of the cool club now. I'm in this world. I made it. This is my career. And then the movies came out. One review said, the cinematically curvaceous, though not particularly good at acting, Brooklyn Decker. That was the introduction to me and my first performance ever on camera. And then another review said, Decker's eyes toggled between blank and very blank. I felt like my eyes were full of life. On the heels of these 3 films coming out, I also got a 4th film. And I'm on a plane and I find out about it and I get the dates that it's gonna shoot. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm gonna ruin this film. I'm gonna ruin it. I'm gonna embarrass myself again. They shouldn't have hired me. I don't know why they hired me. Like, they clearly haven't seen anything I've done. And I think I just like wanted to go into a hole and hide. It's always when you're not supposed to cry that you're like, and you're like, don't you fucking come out of my eye right now. Don't you fucking come out of my eye. And then you just break down. I mean, it was a shocking amount of tears and just like snot. Everyone could hear it. They probably thought that I had lost someone in my family. I would like to blame the altitude, but we were still on the ground. I called my manager and I was like, I can't do this film. And he's like, right, we'll figure it out. And it's funny, like in sort of film and television, you get that moment, and if you don't deliver, you're like yesterday's garbage. You're like, nope, someone else is there. Someone else will come through and take this opportunity. Like, someone else is gonna be better. We've tested her, she doesn't work, we're not gonna hire her. I had to work really hard to sort of rebuild my credibility. But it was also really great because then I started to do smaller work and like do a guest star and work with a smaller team and do a smaller show that had a smaller staff. And like, I just was allowed to find my footing again. About a year later, got my first network television pilot. The multicam schedule, you basically go and rehearse on stage all day with your friends and then you perform for an audience. I mean, it's just such a feeling experience, you know? And I also think that like getting that instant feedback from an audience is probably at that time something that was really meaningful to me after having received such negative feedback. I wasn't feeling self-conscious, I wasn't questioning myself. I just knew that I could go in there and have fun because I had done the work and I was ready for this. You're not owed everything now and you shouldn't get everything now. And frankly, I wasn't owed everything at 21. Like, it's good that I was kind of knocked back down into my place. Like, boo, you're 21. You're not a freaking star. Like, get it together. I think that's really healthy perspective to have. You will have a better result if you allow yourself to fail on that small stage. And again, for me, it was a literal stage. Learn, fail, make those mistakes, and then when you're ready and that opportunity comes, you'll be golden.